These are the best book recommendations that you will ever get. Hands down. It's all YA here, no spice. I will give you a short description and 3 emojis. You decide if it's worth your time. So let's get right to it. Let's just hop right in. Okay, so I really hope you like my intro. I was trying something new. So thank you so much for the recommendation, whoever gave this to me, because I'm actually so excited, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for 60 subscribers. I love that we are growing so fast. So let's keep growing and let's do this. So these are going to be split up into 3 categories: fantasy, romance, and mystery. If you want them, I will try to put the timestamps down below if you want to skip some of it. So let's just hop in. As I told you, there's no spice. These are all YA books. I don't read any other than that. So let's just dive right in. Okay. So first we have is fantasy. Okay, so first we have is Once Upon a Broken Heart. I definitely did a review about this as my first long content video form. So actually I have the book here if we want it. So my description is, I'm not going to read this one because that's like very formatted. But basically this girl is very into love and fantasy, and she has someone who she really like loves, and she feels guilty, and it was secret because her dad died. So then when she finally wants to come out with it, she finds out that actually her stepsister and her lover are engaged and they are getting married. So she seeks out some help from the Prince of Hearts to help her, correct this wrong. She has no idea why this is happening, and there are just some very big mysteries laying ahead for her. Again, no spoilers, so I won't spoil anything. These are my 3 emojis that I will display them somewhere. That I will put for you guys to read. And if you want to read it, let me know, and we can talk about it. I love talking to you guys in the comment section. It's literally one of my favorite things to do. You guys make my whole day. Next, Caraval. Now, I will say I do recommend you read Caraval before Once Upon a Broken Heart, because you will see someone in there that is in Once Upon a Broken Heart, and you will be very, very mad if you don't read Caraval first. It just goes with the story if you read that first. You will also get some spoilers if you don't read Caraval first. So, short description. So basically, Scarlet and her sister Donatella, their mother ran away and they live with their abusive father. Scarlet is set up to marry in an arranged marriage. I don't remember the prince's name, but she's sent to marry a prince. She thinks that could work, and she really hopes that he's like really nice because they exchange letters, and she thinks it's hopeful, and she's gonna bring Donatella with her. That's what she's planning to do. And Donatella makes out with a lot of guys. She's the troublemaker in their family. And so there's this guy named Legend, and he hosts like, I want not it's basically like an event, and it's magic, it's whimsical, and it lasts for about a week, and it's like kind of like a scavenger hunt basically, and you try to win because there's like always a prize, and then this time the prize is, I think you can have one wish. So they have always dreamed of that, and their mother was very, and their grandmother was very like in this world, and they really wanted, like, they adored Legend, and so they kept writing letters, and then the last letter that Scarlet wrote, she got a reply, and what I don't know what's gonna happen. Actually, I'm not gonna spoil it for everyone, but that's mine. I will put my 3 emojis there, and it's a really good book series. I just again recommend you read Caraval before What's But a Broken Heart. By the way, these are by Stephanie Garber. So let's just hop right to the next one. The Cruel Prince. The Cruel Prince, short story, I actually got recommended it from me, so now I can pass it on to you guys. And it is fantasy. So basically, the short description is this girl, her parents died, and now she lives with the murderer of her parents. That is now called the stepdad, and she doesn't actually hate him. She and her sister, I don't really, her name is Jude. I don't remember her sister's name, but they are twins, and they live in this fantasy world where it's like fairies and like guys with like pixie ears and all of that, magical mushrooms. um, and so basically, everyone hates them. They hate humans, and they have to watch what they eat because they can't eat. They can't eat it because they'll get interest. That's time for another story. And basically, she hates this guy named Carden. And sorry if I'm not saying that right. And what happens, or not what happens, but they hate each other, but they might need each other at the same time. So, big mystery there. My 3 emojis somewhere. I keep going like this because I'm gonna edit this later and be like, Sophia, why are you pointing everywhere? My guess is I'm probably gonna put it right here or do a little pattern. Okay, next. Powerless. Oh my god, I love this series. Basically, this girl from the slums is chosen. Well, she runs into and saves this guy named Kai, and her name is Peyton. Sorry, I was drawing a blank. Most of you know this series, but yeah, she saves him at the streets, even though he's like the enforcer, and well, not the enforcer yet, but he's very powerful, and there's magic in this series. Everyone has a power, and people don't like the ordinary, and she's ordinary, so she's pretending to be a psychic. So she saves him basically, and then she gets picked to go throw in these trials that basically ordinary people are only put in there because they want it for entertainment. It's basically a cross between, I've heard it's a cross between Red Queen, but I haven't read Red Queen. So Red Queen and the Hunger Games basically. And she doesn't like Kai, but Kai's intrigued by her, so there might be something there. And then there's also a love triangle between her and Kai and Kit, maybe. We'll see. There's some background history there. You guys will figure it out as you go. I love it. And there's a bunch of side characters that you probably love. They are adored. And if you go to fanfics, they are so adored. My 3 will go over there, my 3 emojis, and you guys can decide if it's worth reading, if it's worth your time. Next, our last one in our fantasy is Shatter Me. I will say this is a very adored series. If you haven't heard of it, you're probably a very niche reader. You don't read popular book talk books. And as you can tell, I do read popular book talk books, which is nothing wrong with not. I actually haven't finished the Shatter Me series, so I can only give you the first description on the first books and stuff. I'm on the 5th book. I'm on the 5th book. But what I will say is basically this girl is trapped in an asylum because she can kill someone with one single touch. There is a very massive love triangle between her, Adam, and Aaron Warner, which I will say in the beginning I kind of got bored with her and Adam. I had to wait for Aaron Warner there to actually get going in the book. But I promise you guys, if you give it a chance, you will love it. Oh my god. It is more dystopian, but I don't read very many dystopian books, so I just threw it in the fantasy because I had to include it in here. It wouldn't be my channel without me throwing stuff in there, like the emojis. I bet you've probably never read a review that has got emojis. So, here are my emojis, and let's move on to the next category, which is romance, which is my biggest category ever. I'm trying to rapid fire, if you couldn't tell, because of this column. It's very big. You will see that a lot of them are rom-coms, and if they are not, there are probably library books that I've tried. So you'll probably recognize a lot of them though. First, we have Better Than the Movies. This is a 2-book series, and basically the short description of it is this girl is trying to win over her crush, so she uses her enemy / neighbor, because they're all childhood best friends. I wouldn't call them best friends though. Enemies to lovers, and she basically tries to use him to make her crush jealous, but it kind of backfires both ways. So we'll leave it at that. Her name is Liz, and his name is Wes. Let's just hop right into the next one. Oh wait, here are my 3 emojis. I almost forgot. Okay, next. Borrow My Heart by Alexander Moody. You probably, if I feel like you've heard of this one. It's not very popular on Book Talk. It's kind of niche, but basically, it's if you really love pets, this is definitely for you. It's basically about this girl who sees this guy who is basically getting like, how do I say this? Like, stood up with his friend. Like, he was gonna meet his online girlfriend. I think it was online. Yeah, his online girlfriend or something. And so she steps in and pretends to be that girl, but he doesn't know that she's not that girl. Like, he still thinks it's that girl. So basically, she's helping him without him knowing that she's helping him. And it's very like pet. She works at an animal shelter. Like, it's very pet friendly, and it's very like about pets. So you will love this if you love dogs, especially. So I definitely would recommend that to any pet lovers. Here are my 3 emojis. Next. We have The Do-Over. I actually just finished this. It's by Lynn Painter. This girl has the worst Valentine's Day ever. Her boyfriend cheats on her, and now she has to relive that day over and over. But there's this guy that she might actually start to enjoy liking, and then the do-over, and then she decides to just like crap on it all. Like, oh my god, I get to choose what I want to do because this is a repeating day. I can do whatever I want. But maybe with that guy, she finds herself kind of, and she decides to have this day with him, but there might be consequences. So that one is, at first I didn't think I was gonna like it because like I didn't want to buy it, and then everyone kept like telling me to buy it, and I saw it at this like book fair, so I was like, okay, I'll buy it, and I loved it. So I would definitely recommend that to literally anyone who loves Lynn Painter. It's such a rom-com. All of her books are. So, oh, I love it. Okay, here are my 3 emojis. Next, we have Faith, Hope, and Ivy June. This one is very niche. I don't think almost anyone will have ever heard of it, or if you had heard of it, you probably haven't read it. You probably saw it at a library and thought, why would I read that? Who would ever read that? No offense to the author at all. It's a pretty good book. I put it in the romance category, but it's mostly like, I had to throw some niche stuff in there so you guys didn't think I was just like scrolling on Book Talk and like, okay, this is like completely what I'm gonna read. I'm not gonna read anything else. Like, no, I read other stuff, I promise. It's just a lot of it I haven't put in all the categories. So basically, it's basically about this girl, and I read this a very long time ago. It's basically about this girl, and she has like, she gets this contest in school, and she goes to like she's not rich at all, and she goes to this rich girl's house and becomes friends with her because like it's for like, this contest at her school, and there's like romance thrown in with it, and there's like, it's basically like, if you're probably, I would read it in like 5th grade. Basically, it's like 4th, 5th grade. It's basically about become like a teenager and like kind of like love, but also like friendship. It's very like, it's very kiddish. Like, not saying that it's bad in that way. It's just compared to like Better Than the Movies or The Do-Over, it's very kiddish. I don't think there's like any swearing in it at all. There's like nothing. So if you're like one of those people who likes to read those books, I would definitely recommend it to you. I have it somewhere so I can show you the. Okay. It is by Phyllis Reynolds Naylor. This is what it looks like. ASMR guys. This is what it looks like. Yeah, it's very like kiddish, you know, like it's kind of, when I read it, it's kind of like a fever dream, not gonna lie. This is what it looks like. Yeah. So, yeah, very kiddish. Now, oh wait. I keep forgetting. 3 emojis. Oh my god. Okay. Next. Fake Skating by Lynn Painter. I also love this book. as it happens to be. I love this book so much. And it's also rom-com. Okay, description is this girl moves back to her hometown. Her relationship with her parents, with her mom is good, her dad not so much. She and this guy used to be best friends, and they used to be best friends, but like kind of like that best friends to the point where like they're like leading on romance, but they're kind of young, so they're just like, well, I don't know about this. So then she moves away, and then after a while, basically there's a very big miscommunication, so they kind of are mad at each other, but they end up fake dating, and we'll see what happens after that. Very, very tensions. I love it. Again, YA, but so good. Here are my emojis. Next. The Fill-In Boyfriend. This was a library book, I believe, and I threw it in there again because it's very niche, or I don't know if I'm using that word right, but it's very not book talk. I think it's by Katie West, I want to say. Maybe not, don't quote me on that. Actually, no, I don't think it is. Basically, this girl and her, so basically, she has this girl has this friend group, and I think it's senior prom, but basically, she's going to this prom, and she's had this boyfriend, but her friends have never met him, just like pictures, and so there's this one girl in the friend group who she really doesn't like, and who's always trying to make up lies about her, so she's trying to prove her wrong, because this girl doesn't believe she actually has a boyfriend. But on her senior prom, he's there, but he dumps her. And then she needs a fill-in boyfriend, and so this guy is the fill-in boyfriend, and basically he needs the favor returned, and what will happen, who knows? Drumroll. It's really good, actually, surprisingly, for a library book at my school. I enjoyed it. It's a very good one if you're trying to get out of, maybe not a book slump, but get out of like a really like heavy reading series, like if you just finished Powerless or Shatter Me, and you need something that you need to read, but you don't want to hop right into a series again, I would probably read like a Lynn Painter book, like The Do-Over or something, or I'd probably read like a library book. So this one's really good. My 3 emojis. Next we have the last one, which is I Hate You More by Alexandra Moody. I've read 2 of her books now, and this one is actually super good. It's brothers. If you love the brothers best friend trope, there you go. Basically, he has to live with her because his parents are moving, and he wants to stay for the school year because he wants to finish school or something like that. I don't really remember why, but he's staying at her house, and they're like enemies. They hate each other. But what will happen? Who knows? Who knows? 3 emojis. Next. Drum roll, please. Next category. Okay, we have mystery. So let's just hop right into it. A Girl's Guide to Murder. Description. Basically, this girl named Pippa Fitzambly. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but she basically sets out to solve this murder where everyone thinks Sal Singh I think I'm saying it right. Killed his girlfriend, Andy Bell, and then killed himself. She thinks not, and so she seeks out the help of Sal's brother to help her. Will they get along? Will they not? Who knows? There's some mysteries between Max Hastings, which unfortunately we have to put up with. There's a lot of side quests, but I think you guys will really love it. It's 3 books series. I really love this series, and I will like defend it over anything else. Like, I love this series so much. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but then I read it and I was like, oh my god, guys, you have to read it. Here are my 3 emojis somewhere. I'm assuming here. Next. We have Inheritance Games. This is a big leap from A Good Girl's Guide to Murder because it's not murder. Well, yet. Basically, it's about this girl who suddenly gets this inheritance from this guy she does not know. And she's stuck with the Hawthorne brothers, who are very hot. Warning. Warning. She needs to not fall for one of them, but she's stuck in a love triangle. And she seeks out the help from the guys to help her basically solve this. And her family is a big part of this because her mother is dead, actually, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, I think she died. So she very misses her, and she is very smart. So there's a lot of riddles and clues. It's very like follow along. So like she gives you all the clues. You just gotta follow along. But if you were stupid like me and didn't want to, then you will just wait for them to figure it out. Here are my 3 emojis. Next, and last but not least, oh wait, we have 2 more actually. Wishwood. This is basically, it's very old timey. So if you like historical fictions, but it's basically like this. Her parents are dead, and she belongs to this like guy, and he's very mean. We hate him. He sets up an arranged marriage. If she wants her property back, the one with her parents and her lived in, then she has to marry this guy, and like I don't exactly remember what she has to do, but she has to marry this guy and do a bunch of tasks or something, and he will give back the property. She and this guy, maybe they will get along, maybe they won't. Maybe they'll find out mysteries about the guy, maybe they won't. She moves into his land, and there's a bunch of mysteries and obstacles that she has to figure out as the new, what do you call it, lady? I don't know, but they get married, and you'll see. This took me a while to get into, I will say, but it's pretty good. It's just not my genre. But if you like it, comment down below and tell me how it is, because I would love to know. I will leave 3 emojis. Next, we have, and last but not least this time, The Lake. This was the first book I ever read that got me into reading. It was the first book that made me cry. It's by Natasha Preston. It's basically about these girls who went to camp there and had a really big secret, and they couldn't tell anyone. They came back as counselors. I don't know why they would do that. And then basically the stalker, this girl who came back because she knows the secret because maybe she was a part of it, is stalking them. And it's like a summer camp, and it's mixed with like romance and like jump scares. It's definitely kind of horror, not like super horror, but like horror. But like I don't read that many horror books as much as I would like to. So I just put it in mystery because there definitely is a mystery, and you will be crying at the end of this. If you are not, I feel very bad for you. Here are my 3 emojis. That is all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Comment down below what I should do next. And again, I just want to thank you so much for 60 subscribers. If you are not subscribed and you were watching this, like and subscribe. What are you doing? You're missing out. But thank you guys so much again. Bye.